Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. Welcome back to our AWS AI Engineer Essential series. My name is Dheeraj Choudhary and today we are stepping into one of the most transformative technologies of our time, that is generative AI. You have probably heard about ChatGPT, DALL-E or other AI that can write, create images and generate content. But what exactly is generative AI and how does it work? Let's dive deeper to understand that. Let's start with the fundamentals. What exactly is generative AI and what makes it different from the machine learning we have been discussing so far? Generative AI is the AI that generates new content rather than just analyzing existing data. Traditional AI classifies, predicts, or recognizes pattern. Generative AI creates. It produces entire new text, images, audio, video, and code that didn't even exist before. It creates all this from simple prompts. You type a sentence like write a poem about the ocean or create an image of a futuristic city, and the AI generates original content based on your request. The simplicity of the interface is what makes it so powerful and accessible for you. How does it? It learns pattern from massive amount of data. Generative AI models are trained on billions or millions of examples like books, images, code, conversations, and they learn the underlying pattern and structures with the data which has been fed to them. They understand how language works, how images are composed, and how code is structured. They key breakthrough is that it can create original content that didn't exist before. It's not copying or pasting from its training data, it's generating new combination, new ideas, new creations based on what it has learned before. Every output is unique. Examples are everywhere nowadays. ChatGPT writes human-like text and has conversations with you. DALL-E and Midjourney create stunning images from descriptions that you provide. GitHub Copilot writes code alongside developers. These are all generative AI systems. Think of it like a creative artist who spent years studying millions of painting, learning techniques, styles, compositions, and color theory. Now that artist can create new original artwork in any style you request. That's exactly how generative AI works. It learns from massive data and creates something new every time. To truly understand generative AI, we need to see how it's different from traditional AI. This comparison will make it crystal clear for you. So the traditional AI, also called as predictive AI, analyzes existing data to make patterns or to make predictions. It looks at data and tells you something about it. Is this email a spam? Yes or not? What's this house worth of? 250K or 350K? It's all about analyzing and prediction based on patterns in existing data. Here's a clear example. Traditional AI can tell if an email is spam or not. That's classification. Traditional AI can predict a house price based on its features. So that is regression. Now, generative AI is fundamentally different. It creates entirely new content. It does not just analyze it, it generates. Writing a marketing email, generating a house design image, creating a song, producing new code for you. It's creating something that didn't exist before. Generative AI can write an entire marketing email from scratch. That's creation. Generative AI generates an architectural design image of a house. The key insight is very simple. Traditional AI equals analysis. It recognizes pattern and makes decision. Generative AI equals creation. It learns pattern and use them to generate something new. So traditional AI is reactive and generative AI is proactive. You know what generative AI does, but how does it actually work? Let's break down the process from training to generation. First, generative AI is trained on massive dataset, that is billions of text example, millions of images or vast amount of audio. GPT-3 and GPT-5 was trained on 175 billion parameters from written text. These enormous data sets give the model a comprehensive understanding of language, images, or whatever context it's learning. During training, the model learns patterns, styles, and relationship inside the data. It discovers how words relate to each other, how sentences are structured, how images are composed, and what makes content coherent. The neural network adjusts billions of parameters to capture these patterns. So generative AI uses deep learning, neural networks with many layers. GPT-3 has 96 layers. Each layer processes information and passes it to the next layer, extracting increasingly complex features. Every layer might identify basic patterns, while deeper layer understands context and the meaning. At its core, the model predicts what comes next based on the learned pattern. If you give it the sky is dash, it predicts blue because it has seen that pattern millions of times in the training data. So it's constantly predicting the next word, the next pixel or sound based on what it has learned before. And here's a simple process. Step 1, feed massive training data into the model. Step 2, the model learns pattern and relationship through neural network training, that is deep learning. Then generate new content by predicting what should come next. And refine with feedback from users or additional training to improve the quality. Now, when people talk about generative AI today, they are often referring to large language models or LLMs. These are the powerhouses behind ChatGPT, Claude, and similar tools. Let's break down what makes them large and why they are so capable. So, large language models are generative AI models specifically trained on massive text data. They learn from billions of words taken from books, websites, articles, and other written material. This extensive training gives them a comprehensive understanding of human language. The large in LLM refers to billions or even trillions of parameters. Parameters are the variables the model learns during training. GPT-3 has 175 billion parameters. These massive numbers of parameters allow the model to capture incredibly intricate patterns and nuances in the language. LLMs understand context, grammar, facts, and reasoning. They don't just memorize text, they learn the relationship between word, phrases, and the concepts. They can grasp meaning, follow logic, and apply knowledge across different topics. They can generate human like text responses that are coherent and contextual appropriate. Whether it's answering a question, writing an essay, summarizing documents, or having conversation, LLMs produce text that sound natural and relevant. Examples including GPT-4 from OpenAI, Claude from Anthropic, and Gemini from Google, as well as Llama from Meta. These are all large language models with billions of parameters, each with their own strengths and capabilities. Think of it like a person who has read millions of books and can now write essays, answers questions, and hold conversation on virtually any topic. That person has observed vast knowledge and can apply it creatively. That's exactly what LLMs do. They have observed massive amount of text and now generate new relevant content for you. Now let's walk through exactly how an LLM generates the text. Understanding this process will demystify what happens when you chat with ChatGPT or any other language model. So first you provide a prompt, that is an instruction or a question. This could be write a tagline for a coffee shop or explain quantum physics. The prompt is your starting point that tells the model what to generate. Then the LLM breaks your prompt into tokens, which are word pieces. So if you take an example of the sentence over here, and suppose this is our prompt, LLM breaks into tokens. So it is going to break each word into tokens. That is what I meant. And tokenization converts text into numerical units the model can process. Next, the model predicts the most likely next token based on its training. It learned from billions of text examples to calculate probabilities for every possible next token. The token with the highest probability is usually selected. So, For example, if I ask him, the sky is blue. Oh, sorry. The sky is dash. I will just say dash. So in that case, what it will do, it will go ahead and search for multiple words. So the first word would be, so one word is blue, another word is red, orange. Now, every one of them are going to get some probability score, and probability varies from 0 to 1. So suppose this is going to have 0.7, this is going to have 0.2, and this is having 0.9. So the one which is having the highest probability, it is going to go ahead and use that as part of your next sentence or next token that it is looking forward for. This process repeats until a complete response is generated. Each newly generated tokens is appended to the input, and the model predicts the next one. It's called autoregressive generation because each token depends on all previous tokens. Now the LLM use a context window to remember the conversation. This window holds all the token from your prompt and the generated responses so far. That's how it maintains the coherence and stay on the topic throughout a conversation. When you are chatting in ChatGPT, whatever you have chat, all the background is going to be passed as a token for the next question that you are going to ask, and that is how it maintains uh, that specific topic on which you are working inside that specific prompt. Now, here's an example. You provide the prompt, write a tagline for a coffee shop. The LLM tokenizes it, processes the tokens, and starts predicting where every cup tells a story. Each word is predicted one at a time until the full tagline is complete. Now, generative AI isn't just about text. There are different types of models that generate different kinds of content. Let's explore the main categories and their popular examples. So, the text generation model, also known as the large language models, are the most widely used. ChatGPT from OpenAI, Claude from Anthropic, and Gemini from Google are the leading examples. They write essays, generate code, compose emails, create stories, answer questions, and have conversations with you. Image generation model creates images from text description, like DALI from OpenAI, then Midjourney and a Stable Diffusion are the most popular ones. You describe what you want, like a futuristic city at sunset, and they generate original images for you. Like artists, designers, and marketers use these tools for creative work. Code generation models write and debug code automatically. So one of the oldest tool inside this is GitHub Copilot, which is now powered by OpenAI. And uh, right now, recently we have AWS Kiro. These are the assistive developers by suggesting code completions to you, writing entire functions for you, and even explaining the code. They are trained on billions of lines of code from public repositories. Audio and video models are the newest frontier. 11 Labs generate realistic voice and speech from the text. Sora from OpenAI creates video from the text prompts. Suno generates original music and songs. These models are transforming content creation, advertising, and entertainment at its peak. Generative AI isn't just a cool technology, it's transforming how work gets done across every industry. Let's look at real world applications that are already making an impact. Content creation is being revolutionized by GenAI. Marketers use it to write blog posts, social media content, marketing copy, and video scripts in minutes instead of hours. Companies are scaling their content production dramatically while maintaining the high quality. Software development is getting a massive productivity boost. Developers use GitHub Copilot or AWS Kiro for code completion, bug fixing, and automatic code documentation as well as generation. Studies shows developers complete tasks 55% faster with AI assistance. Customer service is being automated with AI chatbots and automated email responses. These systems handle common questions, troubleshooting issues, and provide 24/7 support. They free up human agents to focus on complex problems while maintaining customer satisfaction. Design and marketing team use Gen AI for logo design, and creatives and product mockups. So instead of waiting days for designer, marketers can generate dozens of variations instantly, test them and refine based on the data. Education is being personalized with AI tutors, content summarization, and custom study guides. Students get personalized explanation, practice problem, and instant feedback. Teachers use this to generate lesson plans and educational materials faster. Now, the key insight over here is generative AI is productivity multiplier across all industries. It's not replacing human, it's augmenting human creativity and efficiency. Tasks that look hours now takes minute. That's the transformational power of GenAI. Let's look at the most popular generative AI tool you can start using today. Each has unique strength and capabilities. So ChatGPT from OpenAI is the most widely used conversational AI tool right now. It handles text generation, code writing, data analysis, and complex problem solving. With its intuitive interface and powerful capability, it becomes the go-to tool for millions of users worldwide. Then Claude from Anthropic specializes in long context conversation and detailed responses. It can process up to 2 lakh tokens, meaning it can analyze entire books or code bases in a single conversation. It's known for thoughtful, nuanced responses and strong reasoning capabilities. Then comes Gemini from Google, which is a multimodal AI that works with text, images, and code. You can upload images and ask questions about them, generate code, or have text conversations. It integrates with Google's ecosystem, makes it powerful for productivity boost. Then GitHub Copilot is the AI pair programmer for developers like AWS Kiro. It integrates directly into your code editor, suggesting completion, writing functions, and explaining code in real time. It's trained on billions of lines of public code and understands dozens of programming languages. Midjourney and DALL-E are the leaders in AI image generation. Given them a text prompt like a cyberpunk city at night, and they create stunning original images. Artists, designers, and marketers use them to visualize concept and create visual content. Nowadays, Nano Banana from Google is also making a lot of noise in this market. All these tools are accessible via web interfaces, API for developers, or integrated into application. Whether you are a casual user or building a AI-powered product, these tools make generative AI accessible to everyone. Getting good results from AI isn't magic. It's about knowing how to communicate effectively. This skill is called prompt engineering, and mastering it will transform your AI experience to next level. So prompt engineering is the art of crafting effective instruction for AI models. It's about knowing how to structure your request so the AI understands exactly what you want. The better your prompt, the better your output is going to be. Be specific and clear about what you want. Vague prompts give vague results. Define your aim, use clear words, and provide constraints like word count, tone, or format. Specificity minimizes ambiguity and helps the AI focus on what matters. Then provide context and examples when needed. Give the AI relevant background information or show it examples of what you are looking forward for. This guides the model towards the desired style and format, especially for complex tasks. I already have an entire course on prompt engineering where I have covered all these topics. You can go ahead and check that. Iterate and refine prompts for better outputs. Your first prompt rarely gives perfect results. Adjust based on what you get. Experiment with different phrasing and more detail, or restructure your instruction. Prompt engineering is an iterative process. It won't be perfect at the first glance itself. Here's a clear example. A bad prompt is write something about coffee on the left side. This is a very bad prompt, and it is going to get vague results that you are not looking forward for. And so this is too vague. The AI doesn't know what kind of content length or style you want. Now a good prompt is going to be write 100-word product description for premium Ethiopian coffee beans, highlighting smooth flavor and origin story. This is specific, provides context, and sets clear constraint based on which the generative AI model is going to respond to you. Now, why generative AI creating such massive shift across industries? Let's look at the key benefits that make it so transformative. Now, productivity. So productivity is the biggest immediate benefit. Generative AI automates content creation and saves hours of manual work. Task that took a day now takes minutes for you. Writers, developers, and designers are completing work 50 to 70% faster with AI assistance. Then comes creativity. So creativity gets amplified, not replaced. Gen AI helps generate ideas, overcome writer's block, and explore design variations. It's a brainstorming partner that suggests angles you might have not even considered in your brain. Creative professionals use it to expand possibilities, not limit them. Then accessibility is revolutionized. Anyone can create professional content without years of expertise. You don't need to be a graphic designer to create logos or a programmer to write code. Gen AI democratizes skills that were once gated by training and experience. Now scalability becomes unlimited. Generate thousands of variation instantly. Different headlines, product description, image concepts, test multiple approaches simultaneously. What you used to require a team to build this, and now weeks time has been reduced in days, and now one person can do this job in hours also. Now, cost savings are substantial. Companies reduce manual labor for repetitive creative tasks like writing product descriptions, generating social media posts, or creating marketing materials. The ROI is immediate, faster output with fewer resources. Now, generative AI is powerful, but it's not perfect. Understanding its limitation is crucial for using it responsibly and effectively. Hallucinations are a major concern in generative AI. AI can generate false or made up information with complete confidence. It might cite non existent research paper, create fake statistics, or invent facts that should sound plausible but aren't true. The model predicts what sounds right, not necessarily what is right. So many a times when you create something from an AI, you will have to do the fact check to see if it is giving the right response. Bias is inherited from training data. If the training data contains biases around gender, race, culture, or stereotypes, the AI will reflect those biases in its output also. This can perpetuate harmful stereotypes or produce unfair results in decision making context. Lack of real time knowledge is a limitation. Training data has cutoff dates. Most models don't know about events that happened after their training ended. They can't browse the internet or access current information unless specifically designed to do so. There is no true understanding like humans have. The AI predict patterns based on statistics, not comprehension. It doesn't understand meaning, context, or consequences the way humans do. It simulates understanding through pattern matching but lacks consciousness or genuine reasoning. Human review is essential. Always verify important outputs, especially for critical decisions, medical advice, legal information, or financial matters. Use AI as a tool to augment your work, but don't blindly trust everything it is going to generate for you. If you're working with AWS or planning to build generative AI application, AWS offers powerful services that makes deployment and scaling much easier. So let's look at the key AWS Gen AI offerings. So Amazon Bedrock gives you access to foundation models from leading AI companies. You can use Claude from Anthropic, Llama from Meta, Stable Diffusion for images, and other top models through a single API. No need to manage infrastructure or train models from scratch. Then Amazon Q or AWS Kiro is an AI assistant specifically designed for AWS tasks and code. It helps you write code, troubleshoot AWS services, optimize architectures, and answer questions about AWS best practices. It understands AWS context and can guide you through deployments and configurations. SageMaker Jumpstart lets you deploy pre-trained generative AI models with a few clicks. You get access to hundreds of models for text, images, and other tasks. You can fine-tune them on your data or deploy them as is for rapid prototyping and production use. So AWS makes it easy to build generative AI applications at scale with managed services, built-in security, global infrastructure, and you pay as you go. You can experiment quickly and scale to millions of users without managing the underlying complexity. And that's a wrap for this comprehensive foundations, but trust me, you should know everything. Otherwise, it is going to be difficult for you to cope up with me for the upcoming videos that we have. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.